Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to the next tutorial video here on Duct Tape Creations. So in today's tutorial I'm showing you how to make a Duct Tape Magic wallet. So I hope you enjoy that, and let's get started. Alright, so to make the Duct Tape Magic wallet, it's really simple. So the first thing you want to start off doing is cutting out 4 strips of tape that are 4 inches long. You're going to take your first strip here, flip it over to where all the sticky side is showing. Then you're going to take your second strip and just cover up that sticky side, just sticking together like this. Really simple. So now you have this double-sided strip of tape. So very simple. Now we're going to start making the sheet. So we're going to take our fourth strip and we're going to extend this up to 3 inches. So that'll be right there. And you can use a ruler or a cutting mat to get to that measurement. So just remember, it's going to be, the strips are going to be 4 inches long, and you're going to stick them together to be a 3-inch wide strip or sheet. Okay. So now we're going to take our last strip here and cover up the rest of that sticky side, and that's our first sheet. So there we go. So you're going to need 2 of these in total. So this is the first one you're going to make here, and then you want to make an exact duplicate of this sheet, so you have 2. And then we're going to move on to putting the straps in between these two pieces, like this wallet here, as you can see, to actually make it a magic wallet. So finish these 2 sheets, and then we can move on. Alright, so now that you've finished your 2 sheets for the magic wallet, you can move on to make the straps for it to keep it together. So to do that, you're just going to cut out 2 strips of tape that are 5 inches long and stick them together so you have a double-sided strip of tape just like this. Really simple. So now you're going to take it and line it up on your cutting mat, or you can use a ruler as well. So if you're going to be using a ruler, you're going to take it right here and line the edge of the strip at 0 inches, and then come in at the ½ inch mark, which is right about there, and then cut down that so you end up with ½ inch strips out of this entire thing. You should wind up with 4 little strips in total if you do this right. So you can use a ruler like that, or if you have a cutting mat which has these little dots that indicate like 1/4 inch, ½ inch, and all that, you can use those. And for me, I just have to come here and go ½ inch and cut down. So I prefer using a cutting mat. I find it a little bit easier compared to a ruler, but that's your choice. So now you can see we're just going to have these little strips of tape here that are just ½ inch in width and 5 inches long. So really simple. So now you're going to continue this again, go in ½ inch so you get your second one here. So just like that, really simple. Okay. So now that you have this cut out, let me just trim that off there. Okay. So now that you have those 2 done, this last bit here should be 1 inch in width. So you can just come in the center of it and cut it straight down the center, and you should get the right size strips. So that's pretty easy. So there we go. Just going to pull those apart. And now you have your 4 little strips of tape that are ½ inch in width and 5 inches long. Really simple to do. Okay. So now we can start putting these onto the wallet. So to do that, you're just going for now we're going to put these 2 aside, and we're going to take 2 here. And what you're going to do is you're going to crisscross these over top of the sheet. So just like that, as you can see. And now what you're going to do is just make sure they're aligned properly. So just like that, and then you're going to want to have it so there's just this little bit overlapping on the top. So just like that there, as you can see. So that's really simple. So now you're going to flip it over and lay it down. I'm just going to move this over just to make sure everything is centered how I want it. So now you're going to cut out these small little strips of tape. Doesn't matter how big they are, as you can see. Just so long as they fit over top of these little strips here. So now you're going to take these little strips and seal them down just like that. Really easy. Okay. And now make sure it stayed aligned, and do this with the other one. Just like that. Really simple. So now it's all together. Now they'll just stay up like that, and when you close them, they'll stay. Make sure they stay in like a crisscross pattern. So just like that, as you can see. Really simple. So now what you're going to want to do is take your other sheet here, and you're going to do it, and you're going to have them come over on the other side of that. So it's just going to go underneath, as you can see, and then it will come up on the other side. Okay. So now you're going to take a few other strips of tape like this, and just seal them down just like that, making sure not to attach it to the first sheet where you cross the bands over, because that would cause a few issues when making this. Okay, so seal those down, just like that. And now you have the first part attached of the magic wallet. So the next part is just as easy. I'm just going to get the little strips here now. So you're gonna need 4 more of these. So I just had these. You're gonna need 8. You're actually gonna need 8 just little strips just to stick them on here in total if you want to know. Okay. So now what you're gonna do is bring these 2 strips just like this, and line them up in a straight line across from that. So you can see there's the X right here, and then just this double line of the strips right there. So now you're gonna flip this over. You're gonna need 2 of these right now. So you're gonna flip this over and make sure these are aligned again, just like that. Okay. So now you're gonna flip these over to the other side. Oh, whoops, sorry, got that stuck there. But you're gonna flip these little pieces right here to the side and seal it down with a strip of tape. Just get that line there better. Sorry about this, it's getting stuck to each other. Okay, let's just get this lined and stuck together. So there we go. That didn't come out absolutely perfect, so I'm just going to trim off some excess here. It can be a little tricky sticking these together like that, but that's alright. You can just trim off the excess if you mess up. No big deal. Really simple. There we go. Okay, so now that piece is attached to the back. Now we're just going to do the same thing here. Make sure it's lined up in the right spot. Flip it over. And now we're going to seal it down. So peel that over. And there we go. So that one came out a little bit better. So now there you can see it's just the strips going straight across like that, all attached in the back. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take it and fold these in between the 2 sheets. So just like that, as you can see, really easy. Flip it over to the other side, and now you're going to take your last 2 little strips here, which I have over to the side of the camera, and you're just going to stick them down right like that, sealing up the rest of them. And that's your magic wallet. Really easy, really cool. So now it will just shut like that. So that's pretty simple. And it'll open from both sides. So then we get a card here to demonstrate why they call it a magic wallet if you don't know. So pretty much what it's going to do, you stick this right here on either side. So right now it's underneath the X. You're going to close it and open it. And now it's underneath the double line. So that's really cool. It's really simple to make. It's just a really fun creation. It's not too functional for a actual wallet. But you can see these are fairly loose right here. They're not going to hold much. Let me just show that. Like they're not going to really hold much there. To tighten these, you're just going to pull these a little bit tighter into that before you seal them up. So it's tighter against the sheet. So you can do that, or you can put little card holders inside as well. That's an option, or you can do them on the outside. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's pretty much just how to make a magic wallet. This is the one I showed you at the beginning. Just use some chrome and turquoise. So yeah, it's really cool. So that's going to pretty much wrap up this tutorial. And so next week's tutorial is going to be how to make a duct tape PSP case. And that would have been today's tutorial, but I was waiting on borrowing a friend's PSP so I can make the case, and it'd be a little bit easier to make. So I'm waiting on that. So as soon as I get that from my friend, I'll make the tutorial for you guys. So yeah, so look out for that next Friday, hopefully. If I don't get the PSP from my friend, I'll try and get it up as soon as I can. So that was a request I'm trying to fulfill. So I just want to make sure you know that that's going to be out there. Okay. And then later on today, I'm going to have a few more 4 time lapses up today. I'm a little bit behind on requests, so I'm just trying to finish that up. So once I got that done, look out for those. The first one's going to go up today is for One Direction. So it's going to be really cool. So yeah, that's going to finish up this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. And as I always say, just enjoy the one that is duct tape.